So, Kate, I just wanted to say hi and kind of let you introduce yourself real quick. And I wanted to ask you a couple questions of you going through the authority effect. So, tell me where you're from and tell me what you do.
Well, I'm from the UK, so quite a bit away from you.
Sure.
And what do I do? Well, I've retired from the mainstream 9 to 5 rubbish, and I've been given or allowed the opportunity to uh, do some stuff online.
Great.
It's always been a passion of mine to coach and mentor and help people, and it's also been a passion of mine to write.
Ah,
So
okay.
kind of managed to combine the two.
Sure. So, in the process now that you are a published author, what I think you were saying at one time, you're still kind of in the state of, is this real?
Oh God, yes. I'm half expecting. There's a program here that years ago used to be candid camera, and you'd
Sure.
go through all this stuff, and then somebody jump out and go, guess what? And you go, oh, it was all a big joke. And I'm still looking around, waiting for somebody to go, well, actually, it was all a big joke.
Right. But in fact, it's actually for real, huh?
Oh God, yes, absolutely, yeah.
Right, right.
I've
So
actually just put on my Facebook bio, entrepreneur, author.
absolutely. So you are now an author, and actually you're already a best-selling author, if I remember correctly.
Yep, I think it made
Absolutely.
number 4.
There you go. Okay, so I'm going to try something here. I'm going to see if I can do a screen share because I actually want to see. Here we go. So how's that? There's your actual website, isn't it?
Yep, that's my website.
Yeah,
Yep.
and so when we actually did your press release on your book, you actually got carried on not just, well, these are the main four that we know you were carried on, but you
Yeah.
actually went out to something like I don't know, it was like over almost 1,000 outlets, but
I
I
was
think
going
your
to
story
say,
got picked up by about 300 or 400.
there was loads of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very surprised by how many.
Yeah, so that's awesome. And there's actually a copy of your book there, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
And let's see, there's actually your press release right there that went out.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
And
it's just like me, my name.
yeah, and so you're still actually sitting there in that state of awe. So tell me about the process. Like you said, you've always wanted to write, and
Yeah,
now you're published. What does that feel like?
unbelievable. It's just something that I never thought would happen. You have this so many dreams in life, and sometimes you just think that's a possibility, and I could work on that one. And then there's others that you just think, I'm never going to get that to happen.
Right,
It's too complex, or I haven't got the time to do all of the stuff that needs to be done. I don't know how to do it. And it was
right,
just like, that was one of the dreams that was just a bit kind of like, well, I don't know how to do it. And
right.
difficult, and so maybe we'll park that one. And then all of a sudden it's just like, whoa.
It's done.
It wasn't
Right.
that difficult, all I had to do was write it.
And obviously that's the genius that Matt came up with of how to actually make a dream that's a lot of people's bucket list and how to make it come as painless and as quick as possible. So the turnaround time, let's talk about that. The process of, okay, so you gave us a chapter, you actually wrote it, you gave us your links, all that kind of information there. And how long did that take? Organizing, putting that together?
Oh, very quick, three
Okay.
four 4 weeks, something like that. It just,
Well, so let's talk about before we put it all together,
oh right, okay,
you
yeah.
actually writing it, crafting, giving it to us on the document and everything. How long did you actually work to actually write it and craft it? Because we were talking about before, you actually write too many words first and you actually had to carve it down a little bit.
Yeah, it took me longer to cut it down than it did to write it in the first place, because the subject was something that I'm so passionate about and has changed my life so much anyway,
Right.
that I literally, once I sat down, it was done and dusted. I think I did it in under an hour for me. And then
Wow.
as it took me a lot longer to to cut it back down.
To cut it down. Okay. And so then once you did that, so that's where a lot of people will go, man, this is almost too good to believe that if I give you 2 or 3 or 4 hours to go get my links to get, because you got some testimonials from people that have known you for a while, we put that on your authority website.
Yeah.
So putting all that together, 3, 4 hours worth of work, but then they say, okay, and everything else gets done for you. So is that true or is it not true?
Well, yeah, because I didn't know how to do it. So it wouldn't have got done. If it was up to me to do it,
Right,
it wouldn't have got done because I didn't have a clue. So no,
right.
it was just so easy for me. It was, as I say, I wrote my bit, I pared it down. I asked some of my close friends for some testimonials and
Mhm.
sent you that and the links, and
There
you
we
did the
go.
rest.
So now you told me you're going to a convention
Yeah.
coming up here, I think in the spring or something like that.
Yeah.
What are some of the people that know you? What are they now asking for?
They want me to sign my copy of their copy of my book that they bought. I'm like, really?
Really?
Yeah,
Absolutely. So
yeah, because they've said, when you really made it and you're up there and famous, we want to say we've got one of the first books. So
exactly.
yeah, and that's really, really weird. That just feels so strange, yeah, it's great. And I will be half my suitcase will probably be full of books. I can just sit them next to me on the table. Oh, one of my books.
Absolutely. And why not? Because that's the whole thing that we talk about, I think, when we were doing the interview process, is it's not just the fact that we are changing who you are as how other people see you. You've now become a rainmaker because you're managing how other people perceive you. But I think this has also been a transformation process to you.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, my chapter of the book is very much about my journey through from feeling a failure,
Hmm.
and my whole life, sort of everything happening that led me to that point.
Sure.
And then where I started to turn it around, and I got to the point where, yes, I had transformed things. But the interesting thing is that I now say to people, because of this journey that I went through, because of this transformation in my life, things happened that I never, I'm going goosebumps, things happened that I never even considered or dreamed, because I've always wanted to be a published author. Never once did I imagine that by going through this process, that other things would happen as a result for me. And
Correct.
being able to say to people, this journey is not about money. This
Hmm.
journey is about self. And when you can, you start to set that ball rolling, and it's like a snowball going down a hill, and all of a sudden these things start to happen. I never ever, as I say, it was a dream for me to become a published author, and then bam, it just happened. I just, I was there, I spoke to you, I got accepted, and you saw me, I was doing the silly crazy dance around my study, and yeah, and it's just like, if somebody had said draw a timeline,
Sure.
that would not have been on it.
Right. But now, and the interesting part is not only is it on the timeline, but now you're looking back at it as an event that occurred that you thought could never happen. So here's the interesting thing is, what else in life have you been telling yourself was too hard, too difficult, couldn't get done, and now it can be done? Change.
Well, I never thought I'd go to Australia
Okay.
to go to this mastermind event. And I've also made a couple of decisions on taking the plunge. And as I say, I've always wanted to be a full-on coach. And I have decided to start doing something formal with that starting in the new year, because now I believe that I can do anything. So I
There we
really
go.
want to.
Absolutely. And so so that part of that self-belief has been the transformation from grinder to rainmaker that's equally as transformed how other people see you out there. It's how you see you.
Yes, yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. I actually spoke when somebody said to me that I'd inspired them to go and write their own book and get into the process of it.
Right.
Um, I actually kind of went back and went, on the list of things that I can now say I am, I can add I am an inspiration. You
Oh,
know, it's
wow.
great to be inspired, but to be an inspiration to people is just, and to have people say, oh, you've really inspired me, or wow, your story is so amazing, and so honest and authentic and real, and as I say, to be able to say I am an inspiration is amazing.
Well, let me add to that because so I'll be maybe the second or third or fifth person that said that, because we would like for you to be an inspiration to even more people. So
Yeah.
I would like your permission to include you as one of our authors in a new book called Beyond Success. And we would like to give you more reach so that you can reach more people and inspire others as well.
For real?
For real.
Oh God, I'm going to be a published author twice. Oh my
That's
God.
actually true. Yes, it is. Yes.
Double whammy. Does that mean I have to write something else and pare something else back again? Or will you allow me more free reign of words this time?
Well, I just wanted to let you know, because the new book is called Beyond Success. So you're already in
Yeah.
Success Unlimited. So you will now be in Beyond Success.
Wow.
And so that's all in the makings right now of being worked. But
Yeah,
obviously, your bio and all of your contact information will be in there as well. And we just want to be able to let you do exactly what you're doing right now, which is inspire other people.
that's amazing. Thank you. Wow.
Sure.
It just keeps getting better.
Well, that's a good thing, right? It's best to
Yeah,
have that. So.
absolutely. Yes. Thank
Right.
you.
So anyway, I wanted to say thank you for all that you've done, because we get a chance here to get to know you as an author when we're going through the process. Like you said, it may have only lasted 30, 45 days, but to me, that's the beginning of the relationship, not we're done and it's over with.
Yeah, no, that is, to me, yeah, that was the start, and so much more to come, and yeah, I'm just grateful that there is that ongoing relationship and
Mhm.
that opportunity, and yeah, if I can inspire more people, then great.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll continue to come back and check in on you as you go on your adventures to Australia and other places that are just around the corner that you don't know about but are coming. And we'll come
Absolutely.
back and do a couple other interviews, because we'd like for you to be one of our featured authors as we go forward.
Absolutely. Would love to. Thank you very much.